years ago, I was standing out there, just like all of you, watching an inspiring TEDx event. Then all of a sudden, I turned to a bunch of my friends and told them, one day I will be on this stage. At that time, I didn't know how, when, where, and for what reason will I be on the stage. But what I believe the most, that when you want something, you have it for sure. I hadn't started my first book yet. I was a normal volunteer in Wikipedia, just like the other 10 millions all around the world. I didn't have that successful career I'm having today. And I didn't even know what the term entrepreneur meant. I'm here today to tell you how any one of you could be on this stage. Well, it's obvious nowadays that there is a huge gap between the developing world and the developed world. If you will think about what this gap is, you will find out that it's not about money, because in general, as resources, we have a lot of money. It's not about the lack of human resources, because comparing to places like Europe, we have a huge population. In my opinion, this gap is caused by the lack of knowledge. The most thing we are missing in this era, in this place, is knowledge and awareness. When it comes to knowledge, you have to mention one place. Let me ask you a question. Who here is or was a university student or high school student in the past decade? Raise your hand. Great. So you remember these unfinished reports, you have deadline. What was your last minute life-saving resource that you copied that last missing paragraph to your report from? Can you guess? Wikipedia. Really, when it comes to knowledge in the past decade, you have to mention Wikipedia. I still remember myself back in 2008. I was feeling like a black sheep among my surroundings. Literally a black sheep. I badly wanted to make a positive change in this world, but I felt stuck in a surrounding that doesn't belong to me. Then I met Wikipedia. My whole life is divided to before Wikipedia and after Wikipedia. I met Wikipedia through an online campaign made by two Egyptian guys. They were encouraging people to participate and contribute in the sum of human knowledge. I got fascinated by the idea and how easy it is, yet extremely valuable. Imagine yourself providing information and knowledge to people in their own language. What could be more amazing than that? When you write an article or translate it to Wikipedia, it's still available there for all the humanity to benefit from, at least until the internet exists to continues, of course. So when I started to edit Wikipedia, it reminded me of two great values I had already in my life. The first one was the value that's saying, zakatul ilmi nashruhu. Then the other value is the concept of sadaqah jariyah, the good deeds that you are doing in your life and keep rewarding even after your death. I started in Wikipedia as a normal volunteer. As I was socializing on Facebook, surfing the net, I had always the other tab open in my laptop for editing Wikipedia. A few years later, I got promoted to be an admin there. Then eventually, I was chosen to represent the entire world volunteers of Wikipedia in its 290 different languages to receive the most prestigious award in Spain, presented by the King and Queen of Spain, Princess of Asturias Award. That was given. Princess of Asturias Award that was given to Wikipedia in the branch of international cooperation for the role played in spreading knowledge all around the world. We all might be very familiar with the concept of donating money, donating effort maybe, but donating knowledge and helping in making this place, this planet, a much brighter place is something worth trying for sure. I am where I am today simply because I donated knowledge. Then, even though the Wikipedia journey was very satisfying, yet I felt like I have much more to say and contribute to in this world. So I was thinking, instead of me writing articles, blogging, having these small pieces of literature here and there, why shouldn't I go and start my first novel? I won't tell you much about what my novel is about, but I will tell you how the idea came to my mind. And I have a question for you. Do you know about tolerance? If you didn't get the exact definition, in Kurdish we call it ليخوشبون. In Arabic it's التسامح أو التعايش. Are you tolerant? Do you consider yourself as a tolerant person? If you will ask this question to anyone, you will get a chance of 99.9% of an answer of yes, of course I'm tolerant. Then, if I will tell you now that the person over there is an atheist, what would be your reaction? Most probably you would say it's fine. They are free, I have nothing to do with them. Then what if I will tell you that your own child, brother, or sister is deciding to become an atheist? Truly and honestly, what would be your honest reaction? I've asked this question to more than 100 of different people from all different backgrounds and environments. And believe me, the mildest and the most educated response I got was, I will end my relationship with them. We are here today talking about rehabilitation and development. How will we survive if we will still have the same strict and rigid mentality that we've always had? After seeing so many of these reactions, I've decided to write a novel about real people and real conflicts, a novel that addresses these issues and identifies them in all the different aspects. And by the way, I've used the atheist example because I believe in Middle East as general, that could be the most extreme case that anyone could deal with. During the process of writing my novel, I was always behind a laptop, writing in some corner at my house. I was dying literally to sit in an inspirational place, full of books, full of colors. But I couldn't find one here. Then I was thinking, why wouldn't I start such a place here? At first, when I had the idea of opening the first book cafe in Kurdistan, most people were laughing at me. Most of them, they were saying, it's a very nice idea, but it will be a big failure because simply no one reads here. I got nothing to start with. I couldn't get a bank loan. I couldn't do it alone for sure because all what I have is my salary, and no salary alone will help you in start a business. But when you believe in yourself and you believe in your idea, you will come across people that they believe in it as well. In my case, that was my friend Shaween. She is sitting here also among you today. She believed in the idea. She loved it. She took the risk with me at the beginning of the journey. And we made it. We built a beautiful place to return back. We built a beautiful place to return back the glow of a reading culture, a place that celebrates art, beauty, and knowledge. Now, let's come back to the main question. What prevents you from achieving your goals and making your dreams come true? You might have so many answers for this question. Circumstances, financial problems, family issues maybe, blah, blah, blah. But let me tell you one thing. The only thing that stands between you and your dreams is one thing: fear. Fear of failure. Fear of losing all what you have. Fear of people's talk, qsay khalq as we call it. Fear of leaving your comfort zone. Fear of stepping a new step in a road that no one went through earlier. If you will overcome this fear, I promise you, you will get all what you wanted in life. Universe is like an open catalog. You can go, choose what you want to be and what you want to have. If you come to our cafe, the first thing that you will see in the entrance on the right is an entire wall with one word on it. It says, believe. What made me be here on this stage today, comparing to 5 years ago, is only one thing: I believed. Thank you.